أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وأحسن الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, He mentioned in His book and He said, وَرَبُّكَ يَخْلُقُ مَا يَشَاءُ وَيَخْتَارُ. And your Lord chooses, and your Lord creates, He brings about and He chooses. So Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala chose special people. He chose special times, special places. From the things that Allah Ta'ala chose are sacred months. He says subhanahu wa ta'ala, إِنَّ عِدَّةَ الشُّهُورِ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ 12 شهرا في كتاب الله يوم خلق السماوات والأرض منها 4 حرم فلا تظلموا فيهن أنفسكم. He said subhanahu wa ta'ala, the number of days with Allah Azza wa Jal is 12. On the day He created the heavens and the earth. And from those are 4 who are sacred. So do not oppress yourself in these months. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said in the hadith, السنة 12 شهرا منها 4 حرم. The year has 12 months. And from those 12, 4 of them are sacred. And then the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam went on to telling us about those 4 months. And which one are they? He said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that 3 of them are back to back. Dhul Qa'dah, Dhul Hijjah, and Muharram. And Rajab. In few days time, inshallah, Monday or Tuesday, we're going to enter this great month of Rajab. And it's imperative and important for the Muslims to understand the importance of these months. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, He mentioned in that verse that we mentioned earlier, فَلَا تُظْلَمُوا فِيهِنَّ أَنفُسَكُمْ. Do not oppress yourselves, do not oppress other people by either making shirk with Allah, by backbiting on people, by doing any sort of sins towards your fellow Muslims, and not towards yourself as well. Because at the end of the day, the oppression that you do to other people is eventually oppression to yourself. You're going to pay the price for that. So Quraysh, the Covff Quraysh, of the Arabs, if they used to give importance to this month, and they used to do that, as we see inshallah, they would give importance to this month in many ways. They would do things, and as Islam came, and some of these things stayed, and they were permissible after Islam came. Some of those things the Prophet ﷺ made haram. And this is from the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ and the Sunnah of Allah Azza wa Jal. We should be people that are acting like that. We come to a place and there's something that's wrong. We should try to change it in a better way, to make it better, to improve it, rather than just, forbidding it on a one go like this. So there's many things that the non-Muslims of Quraysh, the Jews and the Christians, they used to do, like the Eid. When the Prophet ﷺ, he came to Al-Madinah, the Jews and the Christians, they used to celebrate some festivities. And the Prophet ﷺ told them that we have better things to do. We have Eid al-Adha and Eid al-Fitr to celebrate. When the Jews and the Christians, they used to shave their beards and leave their mustache. And the Prophet ﷺ asked them, why are you doing this? And they would say to him, our masters and our kings, that's what they told us to do. He said, خَالِفُ الْيَهُودُ وَالنَّصَارَى, be different from them. So from the things that a Muslim have to do is be different from kuffar and the mushrikeen. And this is the meaning of Islam. This is the meaning of Islam. So in this month, or the month of Rajab that's coming, one of the tribes well known to the Arabs, the tribe of Mudar, and by the way, from the names that the Prophet ﷺ gave to this month of Rajab, is Rajab al-Mudar. Why? Because this specific tribe, they used to pay importance, and they used to give some type of importance to this month. From the things that they used to do is, as Allah says, they would not oppress themselves. So if there was a dispute between them and another tribe, or between a man and his wife, or between a man and his brother, they would stop it and not continue that. They would pause it. And us as Muslims, we are more in need of this. We should do this even more. So if you have an issue with your brother, your Muslim brother right now, you're not talking because he took your money, he robbed you, he did something bad to you, you're not in good terms with your parents, for example, you should fix those things up. If you're a person who hasn't spoken to his parents, you do uquq al-walidayn, you have animosity and enmity between you and your brother and your Muslim brother, then this is the time that you should stop it. This is the time to end that. Again, if the kuffar of Quraysh would do it, of Mudar, they would do these things, how about us Muslims? From the things that they used to do in this month is that they would increase in their dua. And Allah Azza wa Jalla would accept those du'as. You may ask your question, why? They were mushrikeen though. How is Allah accepting the dua of a mushrik? It's possible. The Prophet ﷺ, he said that from the people whose dua is not rejected, it is the one who is mazloom, the one who is oppressed. Whether it be a kafir, or a mushrik, or a fasiq, as it came in different narrations of the hadith, or different versions of the hadith. So if the kuffar of Quraysh and the Arabs, they used to increase in their dua, how about us? We should increase in our du'as in this month of Rajab. But dua to whom? Dua to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Him and only Him. Not dua to the graves, not dua to the awliya, quote unquote. No, making dua to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Him and none else. The kuffar of Mudar, they would make tawaf during this month. He would go around the Kaaba. And the Prophet ﷺ, he told us as Muslims that the tawaf around the Kaaba is salah. So some of the companions, they were of the opinion that you should do Umrah. You should go to the Kaaba if you have the ability to do so in this month of Rajab. And we have to be people who want to excel, who want to be better. From the things that the tribe of Mudar, they used to do in this month, one more time, and we are, as Muslims, we should do even more, is fasting. Abdullah ibn Abbas, radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he said that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam fasted the month of Rajab. And Aisha said no, he didn't. But we find that some of the companions like Umar, radiallahu ta'ala anhu, They used to fast and encourage fasting in the month of Rajab, in preparation to the month of Ramadan. So we should, as Muslims, get ready for Ramadan. As we want to, inshallah, we're going to give some more details about that further on. The Prophet ﷺ, he came, and as we mentioned, he abrogated whatever was happening in Mecca and Medina of kufr and shirk, and he changed it with something which is better. And this is what we should believe as Muslims, that our deen is better than anything else. As he said, Al-Islam ya'lu wa la yu'la alayhi. Islam is uppermost, is above, and nothing should be put over Islam. From the things that many people do in this month of Rajab is that they want to give their zakat. They want to give their zakat. They want to give sadaqah more. And from all of these ibadat that we mentioned, it is not permissible for you, a Muslim, to do it because it's the month of Rajab. No. As the Covff used to do. They would do it seeking closeness to Allah Ta'ala because of Rajab. And this is what some Muslims do as well. There is no thing that we should specifically do for Rajab. We're talking about increasing your good deeds. We're talking about getting ready for Ramadan. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله على إحسانه والشكر له على توفيقه وامتنانه وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له تعظيما لشأنه وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وأدعى إلى رضوانه أما بعد. Allah Ta'ala, He tells in the Quran, addressing the believers, يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تحلوا شعائر الله ولا الشهر الحرام. O you who believe, do not violate the sha'a'ir, the signs of Allah Azza wa Jal, and the sacred months. Violating by doing what? How do you violate the sha'a'ir of Allah Azza wa Jal? Like the masjid, for example. Don't come to the masjid and you're messing about. You come to the masjid and you pray. The houses of Allah Ta'ala were established for the salah, for dhikr, and for qira'at al-Quran, as the Prophet ﷺ said. Don't go to the sha'a'ir of Allah like Mecca and Medina, and you do sins there, like it was in other places. La. Do not violate the signs of Allah Ta'ala, and do not violate the sacred months. In another verse, Allah Azza wa Jal, He says that يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الشَّهْرِ الْحَرَامِ قِتَالٍ فِيهِ قُلْ قِتَالٌ فِيهِ كَبِيرٌ وَصَدٌّ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. They ask you, O Muhammad, about the sacred months, fighting in them. قُلْ قِتَالٌ فِيهِ كَبِيرٌ. Say to them that fighting in this month is great, it's a grave sin, it's a major sin. And we bring it back to the point that we made earlier. If you have any dispute between you and anyone from the Muslims, it should stop in Rajab. Fighting here doesn't just mean with the swords or jihad, any type of dispute that you have, any enmity that you have between you and a Muslim, it should stop here in Rajab. Again, in preparation to the month of Ramadan. From the issues that are connected to the month of Ramadan that should be addressed and are very important is that many of the Muslims, they believe, as it was reported, that the Prophet ﷺ was born on the 1st of Rajab. And this shows, again, the innovation of the Mawlid, that it is incorrect. There's not only one opinion that the Prophet ﷺ was born in Dhul Hijjah or Dhul Qa'dah. No. Some of the scholars said that he was born on the 1st of Rajab. So we don't have any clear-cut hadith, any specific date when the Prophet ﷺ was born. So if you're a person who is doing the Mawlid, then you have to know, and you have to be aware that you might be wrong. Apart from the side that is an innovation, some scholars said that he was born on the 1st of Rajab. So what do you do then? What are you celebrating? From the issues that some of the Muslims, they believe, again, is that the Prophet ﷺ, as Allah Ta'ala said in the Quran concerning the travel or the journey, the night journey that Prophet ﷺ did سبحان الذي أسرى بعبده ليلا من المسجد الحرام إلى المسجد الأقصى. They say that it happened on the 27th night of Rajab. But then again, did it happen or it didn't happen? Allah Ta'ala a'lam. But it's not authentic. But you have Muslims, unfortunately, who would specify this night for some type of special ibadah, some type of special dua, which is wrong. But from the grave innovations that the people have today is that on the first Friday of the month of Rajab, they have this salah that they call Salatul Raqa'id, where they go to recite Salatul Ikhlas many times in the rak'ah. And again, this is not an innovation. Remember the hadith of Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, where she said that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, "Man ahdatha fi amrina hadha ma laysa minhu fahuwa rad." Whoever brings something in this affair of ours, in Islam, that which is not from it is going to be rejected. So all these things should be practiced. And you're going to hear from many people, they will start making the dua, Allahumma barik lana fi Rajab wa Sha'ban wa ballighna Ramadan. This hadith is not authentic. It's weak. There is no specific dua that you should make for Rajab and Sha'ban. We make dua for the new moon, for the new month. There is no authentic hadith that came where the Prophet ﷺ said or asked for barakah for Sha'ban and Ramadan and for Rajab and Sha'ban and for Ramadan as well. No. We have to be people who stick to the Sunnah. As I mentioned earlier, the Salaf rahimahumullah ta'ala, they would use this month of Rajab to prepare for Ramadan. And they were not people who were aware of Ramadan on the first day of Ramadan. Ramadan is in 2 months, literally. Some of the scholars said that Rajab is the month where you have to plant the seed. Imagine someone who works, the work of the earth. He's a farmer. Of course, there's seasons to harvest things, but they don't come to the earth on the day of the harvest. You have to plant the seed. You have to start getting used to praying salah often now. If you wasn't praying, if you're not a person who prays, it's already problematic. If you're going to wait for Ramadan, haram alayk, it's not permissible. Start doing these ibadahs now. Start getting used to salah often. Qiyam al-layl, fasting, Thursdays and Mondays, 3 days a month. This is the time where you're supposed to start preparing for Ramadan. And it only makes sense. Who from us, we love football, right? You see players going to the World Cup or to the Champions League or to a match on the day of the match, they never train. Of course they have to train. They have to go to the gym, they have to run. They have to get their stamina up. What do we learn from these things? There's no box out there. There's nothing that you do for an exam and you come on the day of the exam, you haven't revised, you haven't done anything. And you come expecting that you're going to magically pass or magically be successful. But then it's impossible. It's not aqlan, it's not possible. So Rajab is the time where we have to plant the seed of ibadah in Ramadan. And they would say that Sha'ban is the month where you have to water the seed now. Even more efforts. And then in Ramadan, you would harvest the crop. That is the time where you're ready, you're pumped up, you're ready to fast Ramadan, you're ready to make that ibadah, you're ready to read the full Quran every day, or half of the Quran, or a juz'. So the message from this minbar today is for us to pay attention to the month of Islam. And we know in 2023, many people and many of us, we don't know the calendar of the Muslims. And this is sad. This is very sad. We know the Gregorian calendar, which is not necessarily a bad thing, although it's connected to shirk and things like that, but it's the calendar that we use and we're most acquainted with. But as Muslims, we should be aware and acquainted more with the Islamic calendar, the calendar of Islam. The second message is for us to get prepared for Ramadan now. And not wait for the first of Ramadan to say, I'm going to change now. And unfortunately, as I said, some people have this mindset. They want to start Ramadan believing that they're going to be super Muslims. As though Allah Azza wa Jalla just changes a person like that in one day, in one night. No, you have to put your own effort, your own work. You have to go in darajat, levels, and increasing. And then in Ramadan, you would see in yourself, in your body that, alhamdulillah, I'm ready. I'm ready for Qiyam al-Layl. I'm ready for Salah. I'm not going to complain. It's too long. Why is it reading that long? La. So we ask Allah Ta'ala to make us from those who listen to the reminder and apply it. Allahumma ameen. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم وأقيموا الصلاة يرحمكم الله.